Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Sasquatch Speaks. I am Sasquatch, otherwise known as Gavisas, and it has been quite some time since I made one of these. I believe it was maybe November or October. It's been a while. So, just want to jump right into this. Just a quick little update video. First of all, thank you to everybody who's been supporting my channel recently. In particular, the voice acting monologues. I have been very, very, very impressed by the response that's come from those. I just had so much support on them, and I was really kind of expecting them to kind of crash and burn. And again, my channel's very, very small, so my definition of great support is probably a little bit different than some other people's. So just be aware of that. I know people can look at it and go, well, there's like 9 views on your, well, not on the most popular one, but on the typical one, there's about 9 views. But for me, that's pretty good. So thank you everyone who's been supporting those. Really does mean a lot to me because I do really enjoy doing these. And in conjunction with that, I would like to thank Alex, a new subscriber, for making a suggestion because it was exactly what I needed to fill in this thing I'm planning on doing. Okay, so ever had one of those moments where you finish something up and you're like, okay, I did okay. Not necessarily great, but I did okay. So I can move on with my day and move on with my life. Well, this just happened to me yesterday. And I'm recording this very late Thursday night. And I usually record my monologues the day before they go out. Sometimes I get a little bit of a jump on that, but not usually. This was not one of those alterations. So on Wednesday night, I run through everything. I record my Burn Notice monologue, which is just the introduction to the show. Again, fantastic show. I think I've mentioned at some point before that this was just a fantastic show. It is. It's great. I highly recommend people look it up at some point just because of how great it is. Anyway, I digress. I'm finishing this up because Wednesday was a little bit weird for me. I just didn't have a lot of energy, and so this was actually one I was kind of hanging on to. It was like, okay, if I have a day where I just don't feel it, I can go for this one because Jeffrey Donovan, the actor who played Michael Westen, kind of has this spectacular deadpan delivery, which I think I got pretty close to on this week's monologue, and so just kind of like, okay, great, I can deadpan my way through this, and it'll be good. Well, I get through it and I start uploading it, and it suddenly occurs to me, wait a second. This is the month of February, and February I was planning on doing 4 separate monologues on love or something quite like that. And as I'm uploading, I'm like, well, now do I extend it out? Do I do another one? And so I decided, because I really wasn't feeling anything real strongly monologue-wise at that moment, I'm just like, okay, we're gonna push it off. I'll still do my 4 love-based monologues, but I'll do one of them in the first week of March because I'm a derp and I should have figured this out ahead of time, but I didn't, so apologies for that. So, to let you know, as I have already, I will be doing 4 monologues in some way dealing with love. And I already have them all planned out. First one will actually come from a new subscriber named Alex. I think I've mentioned this before. I think I really just forgot what I said less than 4 minutes ago. It's that bad right now. It's really late and I need to go to bed. But Alex, he suggested that I do something from basically the opening to 500 Days of Summer, which after reading it, it fits in perfectly with the tone of what I'm going for with everything else. So it's just great. So thank you, Alex, for suggesting that. I had not seen this film before, which I commented back to you. And I am very excited about doing this one. And again, it just fits in so well with all the other ones, and I will do it to the best of my ability. Thank you, sir. Also, I have something else really big, just gigantic, coming this next week. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. I was going to. I was going to have this dramatic trailer and everything like that, and I ran out of time to do it because I was recording for Sasquatch Survival for Saturday because tomorrow is just going to be slammed with how busy it is. I can't even really describe it. It's just going to be crazy. So that is what it is. So yeah, but it's a really good episode. At least I think so. I really like it. I generally don't try and build up any of my own stuff, but I really think that this episode is pretty good. Don't really talk about anything, just kind of play the game. But yes, can you really play Minecraft? You do stuff in Minecraft, but I don't know if you ever really play Minecraft. It'd be an interesting philosophical question if anyone ever really wanted to deep dive on the ins and outs of playing Minecraft. Anyway, I'll leave that go. Stop chasing rabbits. But yeah, we just had a really good time. Also, want to point this out. I am very, very meticulous at responding to comments, and there were 2 comments that came to me on my last Sasquatch Survival episode that I didn't respond to, and I apologize for that. One was from Kuya and one was from Iron Pine, and assuming that both of you are watching these, I know Kuya watches everything that I do. I don't know about Iron Pine, but I suspect he at least watches most of it. I wanted to give just a little bit of a more detailed response than I felt I could really type up normally. Kuya, I just read it off here, and Iron Pines is very much the same. She says, great talk today. Having dreams is great and all, but unless you're willing to put in the time and effort to turn dreams into goals and goals into plans, then it's pointless. They'll always be just dreams. She says, appreciates me shouting them out, which I didn't actually remember doing after I forget what I say. I remember what everyone else says, but I forget so quickly what I talk about. So that's a problem on my end. But Iron Pine was just saying that he enjoyed what I was talking about, and that hoping that the voice acting position works out, and that I get an opportunity to at least audition for it. And so there are times when I don't know what to say, and this is really one of those moments, because I was just speaking off the top of my head. I was just filling time. Again, I've talked about this before, how sometimes I'll just open my mouth and whatever comes out, I let it go. And this was one of those moments where it was just like, there's a verse that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And this is really one of those moments where I was just being very open and very transparent, because this was something that I was very, very focused on, and I still am. And I don't really know how else to respond to this, how to react to this, because I wasn't expecting a response. I wasn't expecting any sort of like support or anything like that. It's just like, hey, here's what I'm doing, trying to fill time. Look, I'm caving, trying to find the skeleton spawner. And so when I receive this, it's like, how do I respond? Because I do try and respond to all these comments, but it's just like, I'm still really lost as to what to say. I mean, I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed what I was saying. I hope it was impactful. I hope it was, helpful. I mean, not that I'm really trying to impact people through a Minecraft video, but it's indicative of the platform, the window that we open up from ourselves to other people. I mean, and I can say this as a long time YouTube consumer. I'm someone who's gotten very, very deep into kind of more or less, or for better or worse, the personal lives of some of the YouTubers that I watch, and so not just like my friends, like Kuya and Iron Pine. And Iron Pine, we're still trying to get better friendship, and we're working on that. We have a plan. Following Kuya's point, we have a plan. We're getting there. We're working. We're going to make this happen. Still don't have a date set, which is really, really frustrating to me because I want to have like everything be able to say, okay, on this day. But a lot of it actually kind of depends on how things go, based off of the talk that I had during this YouTube video. But we open ourselves up, not just as creators, but also as consumers, to allow people who have a much more diverse life experience than us, to just like to say whatever they feel like, and just touch us, and typically in sort of relational aspects that we normally wouldn't ever really interact with people other than those who we are directly related to, or in close proximity to, or in some cases married to, or whatever the case may be. But we open ourselves up to just be a part of their life, or whatever part of their life they're willing to share with us. And so when something like this happens, where I'm just like talking off the cuff about, hey, this is something that's going on, and then I just immediately get this sort of response, it's like, wow, I didn't realize I was that open. I didn't realize I was that exposed at this moment. It's kind of very offsetting to me, because I tend to be a very private person. There's a lot of stuff I try to be very secretive about, either so I can reveal it at a later time. There is some stuff coming, but either because I'm trying to be very secretive about it so I can reveal it at a later time, or just because I don't ever really want anybody to know about it ever. And so when I had this moment of like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that I had revealed that much information, it was very, very offsetting to me. It's like, okay, now how do I react to this? How do I respond to this? How do I either close this off or open it back up? And clearly I'm opening it back up because I'm talking about it right now. And so I don't even really know that there is a point to make to this beyond just the observation that how are you relating to me? I know that I'm a voice on the internet, and there's no face to the voice beyond either my avatar or my Minecraft skin, which nobody's actually ever seen. I just have the stock skin one of the stock skins that's available through the Wii U version, and that is not actually my Minecraft skin. I do have one. I spend a lot of time on it, but it doesn't look like it. But I spend a lot of time on it. So, and then after I finished it, I was watching someone else's video, and I'm like, oh man, they have a skin that looks just like mine. Why? What? This is not fair. I spent a lot of time on it. I've never seen one. I never even watched one of their videos before. I'm like, oh man, they stole my idea. But I guess it really wasn't that like unique of an idea to begin with. But again, I digress, because that's what I do. I get off on tangents and I just follow them forever. But I mean, I'm just a voice on the internet. I'm just a guy who sits in front of his computer a couple times a week and plugs a microphone into his phone, because my computer is not strong enough to be able to record audio and video at the same time, and actually the audio recording system I have on my phone is better than what I have on my computer, which is just mind-boggling to me. Well, I guess it did pay for it, so it better be better. But yeah, it's just like, who am I to you? I mean, not like, okay, well, you mean something important or you're something special, but what? In so much as I find myself opening up sometimes more than I normally would, even in like personal conversations, to the faceless audience that I have, you guys, do you in turn find yourselves opening yourselves up a little bit more to my speaking to you, to being open to what I'm saying, or the thoughts and the ideas? I mean, there's all kinds of research out there that people will pay more credence to ideas and thoughts and news even that is presented through a screen than if that same news or information or emotional appeal is given to them in person, which to me is just ludicrous, because you need to be able to connect with that person. But are we actually connecting with each other more so through a screen than even we might be through face-to-face. And again, I don't know. And I understand that I'm a lot more removed from this situation because I have chosen not to do any sort of face cam or anything like that. And that will continue to be the case for quite some time. Have no worries on that. That will continue to be the case for quite some time. But what are your thoughts? Are we connecting more actually through a screen than might be done? Are some of those guards that we put up around other people to like sort of hem ourselves off and make ourselves safe, are we allowing some of those to fall aside in this sort of medium because we can't see each other, because we can't interact face to face? I don't know. I think that might be at least part of the case, again, because I do get rather involved sometimes in some of the videos that I watch, some of the content that I partake of. It's just like probably the best example is like when I'm watching someone else do something in playing a game and the answer is so obvious as to what they should be doing, but for whatever reason the content creator that I'm watching just has no clue. Like, oh, it's right in front of me, it's right in front of you, but you can't see it. And I started getting a little bit worked up about it. Like, hey, just do it. It's so simple. Or sometimes when I watch Pixelmon series, people who are playing Minecraft or Pokemon in Minecraft, but are doing it more because of the Minecraft and less because of the Pokemon, and they don't understand, like fighting is good against Dark type or something like that, and they're like, well, let's try and, do this stupid, like, anyone who knows anything at all about Pokemon, and I am not a like super big Pokemon fan anymore. I'm an active Pokemon fan. I'm an engaged Pokemon fan. I'm not a super Pokemon fan, but I know enough about it to like know like the type advantages and move sets and things like that. And so when I see people just doing like stupid stuff, like attacking a steel type with a normal move, or using a ghost type or ghost move on a normal type, it's like there's something clearly wrong here, and I get a little bit frustrated about it. And I have yelled at my screen more than one time as a result of that. And just being a little bit transparent here again, which is kind of the point. But do any of you ever have that sort of situation? And hey, if I have frustrated you to no end because of how stupid I was in regard to something on my screen, please let me know. Just tell me, like, hey, Gavi, there was a creeper in front of your face just before you blew it up, and if you just like whacked it with your sword, you'd been fine. But no, you just completely miss it. If that happens, let me know. I mean, sometimes I play with my sound pretty far down, so that like it doesn't come through into my actual voice recording microphone. So sometimes I don't hear the creepers that blow me up. But any ones that I see, I try and like either avoid or kill or something like that. So if anything like stupid like that ever comes up, just let me know. This has gotten a lot more rambly than I wanted it to be. So yeah. Short summary. I know, too late. New episodes coming out for voice acting monologues. 4 of them are going to be love-based, and they'll be very, very interesting, I'm hoping, for all of you. I know they're going to be interesting for me because I have to do them. Number 2, thank you again for the support on everything that I've been doing on my channel. Number 3, how are we connecting? Are you liking what I'm putting out? Are you connecting with me a little bit as a content creator? Do I feel standoffish to you? Am I sometimes getting overly, oversharing, that kind of thing? How are you viewing that sort of content? Not because my gameplay content is kind of like, it's there. It's a vehicle to talk to people, which is very, very strange way to think about it. But it really is. That really is kind of how I view it. I've tried to do just these kind of videos before, and it just hasn't worked out, unfortunately, because I really do enjoy these things. Just be able to sit and talk and get thoughts and ideas out, just en masse. So yeah, what are your thoughts on all that? Also, there is something coming next week, which has been a long time in coming, but it is coming back, and I know at least a couple of you are going to be very excited about it. There was supposed to be a trailer, but I ran out of time. I couldn't do it. I got really swamped, and there also will not be a trailer. There just won't be a trailer. It's just going to be there, and you're going to have to either watch it or not watch it. Up to you. So yeah, that'll be that. Thank you all for watching again. I know this got a little bit rambly, but all my videos do. except for the ones that have regimented scripts. Those don't, but that's a whole other story. So, again, thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you did enjoy, like, rating down below, would be very much appreciated. If not, a disagreeing and nasty comment telling me to just shut up already would also be appreciated. So, with that, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.